Shall we? Thank you for honoring my request to be with me today. First of all, I have called you to apprise not only the state but the nation that the behavior of the government of the day, the BJP, I think the way they have behaved in the Lakhimpur, Therie, the incident which is willful, violent, and is condemnable by each and every citizen of India. They already know that the farmers have been protesting for 11 months. Since the bill originated, the Tree Farmers Bill, the people started reacting and people have been protesting. But effectively on 25th November last year, the farmers started protesting. And for this long, the farmers and the nation, the political parties were only calling a dead wood. BJP has no feeling, they don't have humanity, they have no concern. It is something like speaking to a dead wood. There is no response at all. And yesterday, day before yesterday, Union Minister of State Home's son, those farmers, in spite of knowing that there is a protest and people were against, he bulldozed, killing 4 farmers and bringing to a dead end of 8 lives. This is willful intent, arrogant, and his father, Minister of State, is desperately trying to protect his son, trying to cover his son, saying that his son is not available in the Senate. BJP can cover up anything. They do so. But they have taken life. I think it is every citizen's duty to react and condemn. I can't imagine this type of government anymore. They don't have a feeling for the people. They're worse than animals. Animals have feelings. Animals understand the owners. The farmers, the voters are the owners of the elected government. But this BJP government is dead wood. We have been talking about price hike. We have been talking about religion divide. We have been talking about cultural, custom, caste divisions. We have been talking about economic failures, industry failures, and they continue to sell the properties that have been created by Congress in the last 60 years. Shamelessly. Even the Maharaja Air India is on sale. I think it's going to Tata's, I'm told. What more can they sell? They have sold almost over 34 airports, over 150 railway stations, over 4,000 broad gauge railway lines, over 6,000 oil pipelines. Almost all the industries are sold out. And today, the Farmers' Bill has been introduced in the interest of few billionaires who can capture the market and deprive the farmers, deprive the middlemen, deprive the employment. The attitude of the BJP government is not for the people, but for the few, for the rich, for the haves, not for the poor. And they are not worried. Prime Minister would never interview anybody, never interact anybody. What he would like to say, he will say, that's all. He doesn't hear. The irony, therefore the irony of the democracy is that you are given one time to vote in 5 years. If you make another mistake and give him another 5 years, we better hang ourselves. That is the situation coming to India. I'm sorry, even in the case of Nagaland, do they have any political will to solve the political problem? Do they love the people of Nagaland? If so, why recognize 13 factions, 9 ceasefire monitoring cells here in Dimapur, overcrowding the business, the transports, with over 1,000 sophisticated weapons, permission given by Government of India to suppress the people of Nagaland. Whatever ceasefire they have signed are without provision of food and water, deliberately asking this ceasefire groups to extort the people and let the public learn the suffering. That is what the intent is. I don't know the way the government of India has, the mindset is very sad. I find very embarrassing detaining Priyanka Gandhi for 28 hours without FIR. A lady who has a discerning heart for the people. I think she is one of the best lady, gentle lady, for the people. She loves the victims. She wanted to pay the homage to the departed souls. She wanted to console the family members. And the government has prevented them. Not only Priyanka, but even others. I believe among the politicians, Priyanka Gandhi is one of the most with gentle heart. She would be one of the best chief minister of the state, or even the prime minister. This is what we expect of her. And she has been detained. Instead of allowing her to bring peace and comfort to the family members. We are not BJPs like. We are not like BJPs. We have heart for the people. We are concerned for the people. Life, security, property. But the way we look at the present government, they have solidified themselves in a thick wall and they don't hear anything from outside. This is one situation where we are in the nation today. I therefore have called you to ventilate my mind in condemning the Lakhimpur, Therie willful violation, a violent action. This is a habitual habit of the BJP, not only once. They have repeated many times. BJP bhags don't mind taking life. They have no affection. This is what we can see. We human, we have affection for each other, but BJP doesn't have. They are for themselves, and they don't mind running the government till the time they have. But I think it is for us, for the people to decide, because in 5 years' time, we will be given only one opportunity, and then will not be able to talk to even Modi for another 5 years if we give him another opportunity. For 10 years, media people have not been able to talk to him. For 10 years, India has not been able to ask any question. Nation had no answers from Prime Minister for 10 years. And I think if we make another mistake, it will be one of the biggest blunder in the history of democracy. Therefore, my submission to the people is that we must take the opportunity to remove BJP government in the forthcoming election. Thank you. Do you have any questions?
In the candle march, like it was from Saramati till Congress Bhavan, but when we noticed like not many members were present over there, hardly we were able to count like 12 to 14. So if like if the member themselves they don't cooperate for this rally, like for the candle march against that violence which happened, then how can we expect others to join us?
Well, you see, Nagaland people are not emotional people. We rather think and decide. So only exemplary can be shown. Otherwise, you don't see mass movement in most of the occasions. Unlike in India, people immediately, crowds immediately rush to the sports. But we don't have that type of character.
And like in most of the like cases, like previously also that Gujarat riots, in so many places where BJP like they were witnesses, but still like they were not punished. Even in this case, like although it's apart from political thing, like the incident happened, but it is connected with BJP. So if at present also action doesn't like if justice is not provided to the farmers, then will Congress like take any more further step for that particular criminal to be punished? Or
We have learned so many things from BJP, which for the last 60 years Congress have never done. We have never used NIA, neither CBI, nor Enforcement Department or Tax Department to run after our opponents. We have allowed law to take its own course. But I think BJP is using all the agencies to hunt the opponents and protect the criminals of BJP. This NIA or CBI or otherwise Enforcement Department, they are against opponents, but they are protecting the criminals for BJP, whoever support BJP. This is the difference we have. And I think only vote can change that attitude, because Congress as an opposition party in the nation cannot use NIA, CBI or otherwise any other agency to hunt them as of now. So let us see, let the course In course of time, let us see. We have learned so many things also from them. What we can do, we'll do later.
One more question last, if this particular person, if he doesn't get his punishment, then in the future, will Nagaland Congress Committee, they will take any action so that the central, they will notice us and punish the...
I think justice has to be delivered to the people, at whatever may be the cost, whatever may be to anyone. How can we forgive and cremate the sins like that? Because it will only pile up and then explode one day. So justice has to be delivered. We will see that justice is delivered.
Do you think free and fair investigation will carry forward when Azim Isra is still in the seat?
Pardon?
Do you think free and fair investigation will carry forward when Sunday's violence when Azim Isra is still in the seat?
Well, should have been arrested immediately. But because he is MO's son and Chief Minister Yogi is one of the party of that, so I don't think they will arrest. I don't think they will try to protect him. I do not expect justice from BJP. Only he is one-sided of the coin. His rules are of one-sided of the coin. He doesn't see the other coin, the other side. He doesn't see the Adivasis, he doesn't see the minorities, he doesn't see any other religion. He is a chief minister and he thinks Hindutva is the end of the world. That is what we look at him, we see at him. So farmers, I don't know, will be of many classes, many races, many castes, many tribes. So I don't think.
So in regard to the Chief Minister has announced for 45 lakhs in this country.
They talk something and they do something. Normally we see in all the actions. So Yogi has been talking, shouting in the TV, but we have not seen anything on the ground as yet. Today is the second day after the incident. Nothing has happened. Nothing will happen. Only when he is changed, something may happen and some justice may come. Otherwise, you can't expect. I don't expect anything from BJP. That is why I am saying only the vote. Vote can only change the present equation. That is what I am saying. I have no hope that BJP, be it Yogi or be it Amit Shah or be it Modi, they will never change. And we don't need to talk to them. Farmers have been trying to win their heart by protesting for 11 months. But they have not heard. They have not seen. They have no concern. So even if I shout here, what can I do? Unless the people change the government, nothing really can happen.